got it. Okay. So today we're going to start working about the class of our week number 2, right? Our week number 2, it's going to go around a topic which is important for all of us, and it's the topic of the city. Yes? Give me 1 second. Yeah, great. So it's going to be going around the topic of my city. Yeah? Guys, where do you live? Do you live in Bogota, Cartagena, Cali, in Colombia, or in another city, maybe? Where do you live? Nicolas, when? Once again?
I live in Bogota.
In Bogota. Okay, very good. What about the others? Sonia, Camilo, Luisa,
Ah,
David?
I too, I too.
Okay, he also works, he lives in Bogota. Okay. What about the others?
I live in Bogota too, teacher.
Sonia also in Bogota. Luisa?
Me too. I live in Bogota.
Okay, great. Very good. Excellent. Yes. And Camilo, you too?
Yes, in Bogota.
Okay, so everybody lives here in Bogota, right? So, guys, of course, in this case, my city, it's actually our city, no? Because we're going to live, or we lived, everybody in the same city. Now, the idea of this week is talking about different aspects of our city. The things that, for example, we would like to change, the things that, for example, we enjoy, the things that we don't like so much, no? How to behave in the city. Okay, ready? So in that case, guys, we're going to start working around a simple, very, very simple question. Come on, here. In what city do you wish that you could live? Of course, different from Bogota. Do you have a favorite city? For example, in my case, I wish I lived in Milan, Italy. I don't know why, but I love the city. I love like the architecture, or maybe in Florence, even more. Maybe in Florence, more than that. But what about you guys? In what city do you wish that you could live?
Florence is better.
Florence is better, right? I know Florence is better. So, but in your case, guys, in what city do you wish that you could live?
I wish I live in Lisbon.
In Lisbon. Okay, very good.
Lisbon. Okay.
Okay, very good. Why, Louis? Why? Why Lisbon?
Because it's a beautiful city. Um, the people is very
Kind?
kind, it's very kind, and uh, I don't know, and the weather is fine.
Okay. The weather, is it warm or cold?
Repeat me,
Is it
please.
warm or cold?
It's warm.
It's warm. Okay, great. Okay, I have never thought as Lisbon as a possibility, pero muy bien, very good, excellent. Does it have a beach? I mean, does it have ocean?
Yes.
Okay.
Ocean, but the water is very cold.
Oh, of course, very good. So the
It's
water is
not,
pretty cold.
and there are no mar.
Ah, sea, it is not a sea.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Lou. Anybody else? In what city do you wish that you could live?
Me, teacher.
Mhm.
I was live in Barcelona.
In Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay, Sonia, why Barcelona? What are the characteristics of Barcelona that you like so much?
Okay, Barcelona is beautiful. Is the same language. The ocean is near. Many museums are places to visit, to know. The people is very kind.
Well, for all of the reasons, good. You
Mhm.
said it very nicely. Okay, very good, Sonia. Muy bien, very good. What about the others? In what city do you wish that you could live?
Okay, in my case, I wish I lived in the other country. Maybe like you of like Sonia, like Sonia. Barcelona is a beautiful place. Yeah, the architecture and the cleanness in the city, the transportation is very good.
Mhm.
In Florence is another option because it's beautiful, it's artistic. eh, this city is a magic city. with ever can see. Another is Brussels.
Okay, Brussels.
Okay,
Brussels.
yeah, Brussels. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
because it's a modern city.
Okay.
Yes, but uh, Brussels has a lot of historical architecture buildings like uh, mm, uh, 18, 18th century.
Mhm.
It's very very beautiful, this kind of architecture. In Colombia, maybe I wish I lived in my hometown, maybe in Tunja, Boyacá.
Okay.
I am from Tunja, Boyacá. Maybe in Colombia, this city would be a beautiful place to live.
Of course, very good. Okay, guys. So in that case, we were working around this word, which is wish, right? In this case, what's the meaning of wish? What is the meaning of that?
Deseo.
Desear,
Deseo.
como
Very good.
desear.
Desear.
Ujú.
Exactly. So in that case,
Desear,
guys, when we work about the word wish, it is something that it is possible, not really realistic, but it can possibly be real, but not right away. So it is something that I want, but for the future. It's a possible future. It's not something that I want right now. Good. So it's a wish that I have, but it's not for right away. But possibly, if it happens, it possibly could happen in the future, right? So in this case, we're going to have, when we work with the verb wish, with the word wish, the possibility is that we're going to have one structure to describe that it's a wish, but it's an unreal wish. It's not something that I really want. Because if it's something that I want, but you just say, like, I want to, and that's it. Yeah. But when I work with the verb wish, it's because it has a component of irreality. It is a little unreal. Yes, it's possible, but it's fairly possible, right? So it is not possible for right away, but probably for the future. Okay. So in that case, there, guys, when we talk about the wishes, yes, we're going to use a very simple structure. We are going to have the simple past for describing a wish, something that it's unreal. Not because the past, not because the wish is in the past, but because it's unreal. Ready? So when we want to describe something that it's unreal in the present, we're going to use the simple past. How come, teacher? Well, look at this one. So first, we're going to have the expression of the wish, in which we're going to have two subjects. The subject number one is the subject who makes the wish. Yeah. And the subject number two is the person who the wish is about. Example, I can make a wish about myself, and I would say that I wish I. But I can make a wish about other person. For example, I wish Sonia, for example. Ready? So I am making the wish, but the wish is not about myself. The wish is about Sonia, is one example. Or the opposite, probably another person can make a wish about me. For example, my mom, she's always making wishes about me. My mom wishes, of course, third person wishes I. She is the one making the wish, and I am the one who the wish is about. That is the first part. Yeah, it's expressing who is making the wish and who is the wish about. Hmm? After that, I am going to have three possibilities for describe correctly the wish. Yes? For example, one possibility is that I can use the verb in simple past. Another possibility is that I use the modal verb could and the verb infinitive, and the other one is to use would and the verb infinitive. That's why, for example, in the previous example, I said, in what city do you wish you could live, with the modal verb could, right? But it's also a possibility to use the simple past. For example, instead of saying I wish I could live, I could say also I wish I lived, with simple past. Not because the sentence is in the past, but because it's unrealistic. Desearía vivir. Desearía, it's in real. So in that case, I said, I wish I lived. So for example, I wish I lived in Florence. I wish I lived in Barcelona. I wish I lived in Lisbon. I wish I lived in different places. Ready? But if you don't want to use the verb in past, you have the other possibility that is using would and the verb infinitive. For example, I wish I would live. I wish I would live in ¿cierto? I wish I would live in Lisbon. I wish I would live in London. I wish I would live in Japan. I wish I would live, and then the other possibility. Ready? Teacher, what's the difference between 1, 2, and 3? There is no big difference. It's basically the same. It's just the formality that you use, right? So one thing is saying like desearía vivir. The other one is saying desearía poder vivir. Yes, that's it. Ready? So in the case in when we use would, it's basically the same as when we use could. Desearía que viviera o desearía vivir in any place. ¿Listo? Ready? So when we work about these wishes is because usually we come from a problem. Example. The problem is that I don't have fame. If I don't have fame, what do you think that it's the wish that this person is going to express? What is the wish of this person?
Como, I wish I could have fame.
Very good. I wish I could have fame. Or other possibility, I wish I would have fame, right?
Okay.
Or with the simple past, I wish I had fame. Any of the three, it's perfect, okay? What about over here? If we said, I can't travel, that is the problem. What could be the wish in this case? If I say, I can't travel, what would be the wish in that case?
I wish I would travel everywhere.
Good. I wish I would travel. And the complement, I wish I would travel to the beach. I wish I would go to the beach. I wish I would travel to Europe. Well, I wish I could, also a possibility. Or I wish I traveled, ¿cierto? With the simple past. That's it, right? And the other, the problem is that I will not finish the career. He thinks that he will not finish the career. What do you think it's the wish that this person can probably express?
I will fish. Sorry, I will wish, maybe.
And I wish I would. I would what? I would finish the career. Yes, like
Okay.
desearía finalizar la carrera, right? So I wish I would finish the career. Take into account that normally when we have these problems, we use can't. Usually that problem is going to be solved with could. Will is going to be normally solved with would. And the verb with simple present, it's normally will to be solved with simple past. Es decir, la opción más normal aquí en la primera es I wish I didn't, I wish I had fame, ¿cierto? Porque está expresado con simple present, por lo tanto el deseo usualmente se expresa con simple past. Aquí expresan el problema con can't, usualmente lo solucionó con could. Aquí expresan el problema con will, usualmente lo solucionó con would. Es decir, con el mismo verbo, pero en su forma pasada, ¿vale? Usualmente, no es obligatorio, puede usar cualquiera de las tres, ¿listo? Es decir, como lo hicimos acá, por ejemplo, solucioné este problema con would, aunque el problema lo habían presentado con can't. It's fine, no problem. Ready? So cualquiera de las tres que usen estará bien. ¿Listo? Guys, questions hasta ahí, difficulties o problems en cuanto a los wishes.
Teacher,
Ujú.
I have a question.
Tell me.
For the first example, I don't have fame. Bueno, en español, según lo que su merced dice, sería en verbo simple pasado, o sea, como lo ideal, ¿no?
Yeah,
En ese caso diría, I wish I had fame.
exactly. Muy bien, Jennifer. I wish I had fame.
Ok, ok,
Mhm.
ok. Thank you, teacher.
Of course, no problem,
Ya
right?
resto todo claro.
Ok, súper
Thank
excelente.
you.
Muy bien, very good. Listo, Kat. Entonces, obviamente que el wish es como lo opuesto del problema, ¿cierto? Si no puedo viajar, pues desearía viajar. Si no tengo fama, pues desearía tener fama, right? Guys, one important parenthesis here. When the verb is to be in the wish part, it's going to be wish plus were. Always were. Yo sé que el pasado del verb to be es was, pero cuando usamos wish, cuando es un pasado, cuando es un presente irreal, usamos wish y en vez de usar was, vamos a usar were con todos los pronombres. Ejemplo, for example, I am too short. That is the problem. What could be the solution or what could be the wish?
I wish were tall.
I wish, pero con el segundo sujeto, I wish I were
I were
taller, ¿cierto? I wish I were taller. Muy bien, very good. Entonces, wish, siempre que sea verb to be, is gonna be with were. Cuando digo desearía ser, con were, ¿vale? Sin importar el pronombre, no importa que sea he, she, we, I, you, it's going to be were with all of them, right? I wish I were, I wish you were, I wish she were, I wish we were. Were with all the pronouns, siempre y cuando hablemos de wish. ¿Listo? Ready? Bueno, so in general terms, we can talk about this part, but also related to the city improvements, right? Our city has a lot of different problems, the transportation, the traffic, the metro construction, the security. Hmm? I want you to think in a wish that you have about our city. For example, the wish that I have about my city, about Bogota, is that I wish, I wish Bogota were cleaner. Because in some parts it is cleaner now, yes, but I wish Bogota were cleaner because I think that we can improve that. So that's my wish. I wish Bogota were cleaner. What about you guys? What do you think or what do you wish about the city? What do you want to improve about the city?
I wish Bogota were safe.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to put it right here. So in that case, I'm going to write it in third person to differentiate who made the wish. So Sonia wishes Bogota were safer. Very good, excellent. Anybody else?
I wish. Sorry, David wished.
No, en tu caso tú dices I wish y yo lo escribo David
Okay,
wishes.
okay. I wish Bogota were a, a little traffic.
Ok, en ese caso no sería con were, porque en Bogotá no es tráfico, ¿cierto? Sino Bogotá, desearía que Bogotá tuviese. So,
Ah,
what that
sorry,
is saying-
sorry, si tienes toda la razón. Ya, ya, ya.
So, David wishes Bogotá had, sorry, had little traffic. Muy bien, very good, excelente. Anybody else?
Hi, teacher, I don't know, but I wish Monteria good transportation. Oh, yeah, or better transportation.
Good, but desearías que Montería tuviese o tuviera, ¿cierto? In that case, what is the verb?
Good?
The verb is have. O bueno, puedes usar
Oh,
would
okay.
have, ¿cierto? Puede ser también, ¿sí? Right? Entonces, muy bien, Lizeth wishes Montería would have better transportation. Muy bien, that's right. Claro, puedes usar had en pasado o could have o would have, cualquiera de las tres, right?
Okay.
Listo, Liz, excellent, very good. Anybody else? Jennifer, Camilo,
Yes.
Nicholas.
Teacher, it's correct to say, I wish Bogota were less expensive.
Of course, very good. Sonia wishes Bogotá were less expensive. Muy bien, very good. Mhm. Any other example? Do you have any other?
Teacher, maybe I wish Bogota were sunny o como decir más soleado.
Yes, sunnier. But Jen
Sunnier.
wishes Bogotá were sunny es un sustantivo que termina, perdón, un adjetivo que termina en Y. Al hacerlo comparativo, voy a borrar esa Y y lo coloco así, sunnier. Ready?
Okay,
Muy
teacher, thank you.
excelente, very good. So, guys, great. These are your wishes about the city, yeah? And here we can see that, well, when it's, ¿qué será que Bogotá fuera? It's with where, all of you, ¿cierto? Where, right? And if you said que tuviera, okay, you can use had, the verb in simple past, or remember that we can use the modal verb would and the verb normal, right? Claro, yo también podría decir, for example, here, Sonia wishes Bogota would be, right? Or for example, Jennifer wishes Bogota could be. That's other possibility, no? If we use the modal verbs, the next verb is going to be in infinitive. Or if not, simply the verb in past participle, in simple past, and that's it. Yes, si no, pues el verbo en pasado simple y ya está. Eso sería todo. ¿Listo? ¿Qué tal, guys? Questions, difficulties, problems over here, easy, difficult, hasta ahí como van.
It's clear.
Yeah, teacher.
Listo, excellent, very good. So that's all related to the wishes about our city, right? But of course, the wishes about the city are not the only wishes that we have. We can have wishes about any other thing. So, guys, if I ask you to make one wish different from the wish about the city, what would you wish in this moment? Probably more money, probably more time, probably better health. What would you wish right now in this moment? I'm asking you, what is your wish right now?
In my case, teacher, more free time or free time extra.
Hmm. More free time. Ese is good, pero Liz, ayúdame con toda la oración. Entonces, I.
Okay, I wish again.
Yes, porque el deseo es tú quien desea y es acerca de ti. Entonces, yo desearía que yo, right? So, I wish I
Have free
had
time. Had free time.
more free time. Muy bien. Very good. I wish I had more free time. Me too. Yo también. Me too, right? I wish I had more free time. ¿Qué más? Anybody else?
Teacher, I wish I had a better job with a better salary.
I wish
Maybe.
I had a better job with a better salary. Perfect, Jennifer. Muy bien. Great.
Okay.
Anybody else? No more wishes? You have a perfect life?
Teacher,
I wish I had more money for travel.
Of course, muy bien. Luisa, una corrección muy sencillita. Cuando usamos for para decir para, ¿cierto? Es que el dinero es para viajar. Cuando usamos for, el siguiente verbo va a ir en ing. Entonces, for example, I wish I had more money for traveling. ¿Listo?
Okay.
Puedes
Okay.
usar el verbo normal, pero tendrías que usar la preposición to.
Two.
Exacto. Verbo in infinitive. Entonces, to travel o for traveling. Cualquiera de las dos está bien.
Okay.
Listo, perfecto. Camilo.
teacher, I wish I had more holidays in this year.
Muy bien, very good. So he wishes he had more holidays, more vacation time. Muy bien, Camilo. Wonderful. Very good. ¿Listo? Entonces, guys, this wish topic is not only about the cities. I can talk about my personal wishes, my academical wishes. I wish I spoke English. I wish I could speak English. I wish I could travel to other city. I wish I had more vacations. Well, so on, so on. Ready? So we can have all different kinds of wishes with this topic. Bueno, so guys, a part of the topic of wishes about the city, yes, we usually when we go and I noticed that you have traveled a lot, yes. When we go to other cities, yeah, it's very common that we have to ask information in the street, yes. For example, if you live here in Bogota and you go to the downtown, to the central part of the city, it's very common to see other people, foreigners, tourists, asking for information like, oiga, where is the Plaza de Bolívar? Or where is the, no sé, where is the Colpatria Tower? Or where is the planetarium? ¿Cierto? Different things. Or for example, what time the Transmilenio opens? Or what time does the Transmilenio closes, right? So the next part of today's class, it's going to learn how to ask questions or how to communicate in the street with other people who we don't know, right? Guys, imagine that we go to a new city, to Brussels, or imagine that we go to Monteria where Lisette lives, right? So guys, in that case, what are the most common questions that you ask when you go to a new city? What are the most common questions that you ask in a new city?
Where is a bus station, a train station?
Where is Tin Tin Tin? Where is the bus station? Where is the train station? Where is the museum? Where is the cathedral? Where is the ta ta ta? Muy bien. What other question do you do?
Where can I go to the any place, for example?
How I don't understand, Sonia. Where can I go?
Where can I go to the I don't know, museum or
Ah, okay.
I
No
don't
where,
know.
but how? How can I go? Yeah.
How can okay.
How can I go to and the place? Muy bien, very good. How can I go to the museum? How can I go to the bank? How can I go to the park? So on, so on. Very good. What other question do you do?
Teacher, maybe how much? How much this or how much that? Whatever.
Does whatever cost, ¿cierto? How
Ah,
much does ta 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 cost? Listo, pues para decir como cuánto cuesta. O the other possibility is just saying how much is tin tin tin. How much is the ticket? How much is bla bla bla. Una cosa es cuánto es tal cosa o cuánto cuesta. Depende cuál quieras hacer, pues una de las dos, right? How much does it cost? How much is bla bla bla. Any other? Any other possibility?
Teacher, how long?
Possibility. How
How long?
long?
Yes. Um, the I don't know, the museum, the Central Park, and the others.
But when I say how long, it means about time. Ready? So
Yeah, go. Yeah.
exactly. So for example, when I say how long, usually with the verb take, it's like cuánto me demoro. Ready? For example, how
Mm-hmm.
long does the
Okay.
tour take? Or how long does the trip take? Yes, the trip from Brussels to Amsterdam. How long does the trip to Brussels to Amsterdam take? Or how long does the trip to from Bogota to Montería take? Right? So it's asking about time. Pero muy bien, excellent. Entonces,
Okay.
guys, in this case, this is the question that you normally have. Esta es la pregunta que ustedes normalmente hacen, right? But when you go to another place, to another city, you normally behave very politely. What is the meaning of the word politely?
Cortés.
Cortésmente o
Okay.
digamos, decentemente, ¿cierto? Polite solito sí es cortés, pero politely
Mm-hmm.
cortésmente. Very good. So when we normally go to another city, we don't say like, oiga, ¿y dónde queda tal cosa? No, sino que we do the questions more politely. ¿cierto? Es like, oye, qué pena te pregunto, qué pena te molesto, me podrías ayudar, te puedo molestar un segundo, te puedo hacer una pregunta, right? All of different questions that we do in order to sound polite. But that is not the real question. Cuando le pregunto a la persona, oye, ¿te puedo molestar? La pregunta no es que si lo puedes molestar, la pregunta es lo que viene después, ¿cierto? Eso es simplemente una forma de llamar su atención y decirle que le vas a preguntar algo, right? So, in that case, we're going to have these questions, but before these questions, we usually have other question, other interrogative sentence, such as, for example, can you help me? Can you help me? Or can you, más bien, can you tell me? Wait, sorry. Can you tell me? Or for example, do you know? Yes. Or for example, can I ask you? Can I ask you? Yes. Or for example, other expressions like, for example, I would like to know. I would like to know. Yes. These expressions which are in green are simply polite expressions. They are not the real question. The real question is this one. This is just a strategy to call the attention of the people in the street and demonstrate that we are asking a question, but in a very elegant and in a very decent way. Okay, right? So when we have this kind of sentences or these kind of questions, we're going to have indirect questions. Ready? The indirect question, indirect, see, that's it, indirect questions, right? It happens because we have one question that it's not the real question, but is preventing the second question that I am going to ask in an indirect way. Voy a hacer una pregunta de manera más indirecta para no ser tan direct, right? So because it can be a little bit rude. So the idea is to sound more polite. Ahora, what is the idea of the indirect questions? I'm going to stay with the first expression. Can you tell me? Do you know? Can I ask you? I would like to know, right? And the second part, which is the real question, I am going to transform it into affirmative statement, affirmative. This expression that it's right here, or the question which we have here, is going to be transformed into the affirmative sentence, okay? Now, depending if the question is with verb to be, or is with modal verbs, or is with an auxiliary, I am going to have different strategies to transform the question into the affirmative statement. Okay? Why? Because the structure changes. The structure is different if the question is with verb to be, and the structure is different if the question is with the verb with another verb and it has auxiliary, right? So let's check it out. Wait a second. Chat here. Then we're going to have, as I said, usually the expression, can you tell me, could you tell me, do you know, I would like to know, can I ask you, right? And then usually we have the WH. For example, what time, for example, where, for example, how, for example, how much, for example, how long. Yes, that is the WH, okay? After that, we're going to find the subject. When I have a question with verb to be, usually the verb to be is first and the subject is second. Or when we have a question with an auxiliary, we put the auxiliary first and then the subject. Or when we have a question with modal verb, we put the modal verb and then the subject. In the common question, en la pregunta normal. ¿Sí? For example, a ver, vamos a borrar aquí un poquito, vamos a darle espacio. Wait. For example, I have the WH first, and then I have the verb, the modal verb, or the auxiliary. Yes? That's in the normal question. Esa es la pregunta normal. But in the indirect question, after the WH is going to be the subject. Entonces, ¿qué voy a tener que hacer? Cuando es verb to be, pues el verb to be va a pasar otra vez después del sujeto. Cuando es con auxiliar, voy a eliminar ese auxiliar. Y cuando es con modal verb, voy a pasar ese modal verb al frente del sujeto. Para que me quede WH, subject, and then the verb. Right? And then I'm going to have the complement. The complement in this case is optional. Yes, sometimes I don't have a complement. For example, the first question that you told me is, where is the station? Por ejemplo, where is the station? Esa es la pregunta normal. O sea, normalmente así sería la pregunta. But in the indirect way, I'm going to do it differently. Yes, I'm going to say, okay, bueno, venga a ver. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Y luego empiezo. ¿Qué va después? WH, where, y luego the subject. En este caso, ¿cuál es el sujeto? The station, right? Entonces, the question would be, can you tell me where the station is? Putting the WH, putting the subject, and putting the verb. Así como está acá. WH, subject, and verb. WH, subject, and verb. Ready? ¿Qué hice? Simplemente cambié el verb to be de antes a después del sujeto. Eso fue todo lo que hice. Recuerden que si es con verb to be, lo único que voy a hacer es cambiar la posición del verb to be y del sujeto. ¿Vale? Para que me quede WH, subject, and verb to be. Okay. Now, if the question by any chance is with a modal verb, for example, can, yes, I have to do exactly the same. Move the modal verb in front of the subject. For example, Sonia told us a question which is, how can I go to, let's say, the museum? Por ejemplo, how can I go to museum? ¿Cierto? It has modal verb, subject, and verb. ¿Cierto? Modal verb, subject, and verb. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Pass the modal verb in front of the subject. Ok, so, para que me quede WH, subject, modal verb y el otro verbo normal. So, this question, how would be in the indirect way? Can you tell me otra vez? O do you know? Bueno, coloquemos acá, can you tell me how? ¿Y qué iría después? How qué?
I
Girls, how
I can go.
go.
Exactamente. Can you tell me how I can go to museum?
To museum.
How I can go to museum. Espérame, I misspelled museum. ¿Listo? Entonces, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Simplemente transformando esa pregunta normal en, como lo dijimos antes, transformándolo en una afirmación que va a ir después de la primera pregunta de, digamos, de la pregunta que es como de una marca de decencia, ¿listo? De politeness. Pero la pregunta original o la pregunta real voy a transformarla en una oración afirmativa. Entonces, es simplemente eso, ¿vale? Y in the last case, if I have a question that has auxiliary, si tengo una pregunta que tiene auxiliar, right? What I am going to do is to eliminate the auxiliary. For example, somebody asks me, teacher, how much does it cost? For example, no sé, let's say the ticket or the entrance. Entonces, how much sorry, that one doesn't have apostrophe. How much does the ticket cost? How much does the ticket cost? ¿Sí? Normalmente sería la pregunta con auxiliar, ¿cierto? El auxiliar en este caso es does. How much does the ticket cost? In the indirect question, what I'm going to do simply is eliminate the auxiliary. So the question could be, do you know how much what? Do you know how much?
Cost the ticket.
First the subject and then the verb.
The ticket cost.
The ticket cost. Muy bien. How much the ticket cost. But take into account, si lo que eliminé fue el auxiliar das, significa que ese verbo tiene que ir en tercera persona, ¿cierto? Porque el ticket es it, así que debe ir en tercera persona. Do you know how much the ticket costs? right? Do you know how much, how long the trip takes? Do you know how long the tour takes? Hmm? So in that case, guys, when I have a question with an auxiliary, yeah, what I have to do simply is eliminate the auxiliary. So I have WH, the subject, and the verb. WH, the subject, and the verb. Recuerden que el complemento siempre será opcional. Ejemplo, en estos casos no tengo complemento. Simply is, do you know how much the ticket cost? And that's it. ¿Qué tal, guys? ¿Cómo van? Questions, más o menos, more or
Sí.
less.
Pregunta,
Yes.
si fuera tickets en plural, igual se coloca la S al final.
No. ¿Por qué no? Porque si fuera tickets en plural, el auxiliar aquí no sería das, sino que sería do.
Do.
Exacto.
Do.
Porque the tickets sería they, ¿cierto? Entonces, how much do the tickets cost? En ese caso, do you know how much the tickets cost? La E
Cost.
sería, pero en el plural de tickets, right?
Right.
Ujú. ¿Listo? ¿Qué tal, guys? Any other question, difficulty, problem? No, all fine. Bueno, muy bien.
It's easy though, but this can be hard to remember in the future.
It's something to practice because, yes, it can be a little bit hard to remember when you are in the real situation, no? So that's why we're going to have a final production activity. Look, in this case, I have a screenshot of a message that I have with my boss. I receive a text message from my boss and says, hello, I need you to deliver this package tomorrow first time. It's a company priority. I don't have much information about it, so you have to ask the people in the street to get the job done. O sea, para hacer el trabajo. Simply send me this picture. I have no idea where is it. No tengo ni idea qué es eso. I have no idea. And it says, that is the picture of the place. And they gave me this information. Store 202, recipient Mrs. Diaz, and the deadline is tomorrow. Entonces, I have to deliver a package. Tengo que entregar un paquete. Yes. En ese lugar. Pero no sé ni qué lugar es. No sé dónde queda. No sé cómo llegar. ¿Mm? What questions come to your mind? What is the first question that comes to your mind when I need to solve this problem?
Maybe can you tell me where the picture is?
Muy bien, Sonia. Very good. Can you tell me? Can you tell me where? Más que la foto es the place in the picture, right? Can you tell me where the place
Okay.
in the picture is? Muy bien. Guys, what place is that?
Gran Estación.
It is Gran Estación Shopping Center, ¿cierto? But, bueno, can you tell me where Gran Estación is? Because, okay, beautiful the name, but I have no idea where is it. So, can you tell me where Gran Estación Shopping Center is?
Is necessary to describe the street?
No, but the address. For example, Gran Estación is on with
Is on 26th Avenue.
The Dorado Street with 60
Eight.
60th Street, maybe
Good. So,
something like that.
guys, cuando hablo de direcciones, lo que es calle y carrera no las puedo cambiar porque no son equivalentes a la street y avenue. Entonces, Gran Estación is on carreras, carrera, ¿qué? ¿Eso es 26? No,
26.
carreras, pero esa creo que es la calle.
Calle 26 con carrera
Ah,
60.
exactamente. So, Gran Estación is on calle 26 with carrera 60. Or I can use other reference point. For example, it is next to Secretaría de Educación. O it is, no sé, in front of estación salitre, no sé qué cosas, right? So, in that case, I can use different reference points, right? Pero la pregunta pues vendría siendo la misma. Can you tell me where Gran Estación is? And then you give instruction. ¿Listo? Bueno, the second problem. It is necessary to go first time, a primera hora, but I don't know what time do they open. I have no idea. So, how could make the question? Oye, ¿me podrías decir a qué horas abre?
What can you tell me what time Grand Station Shopping Center opened? Maybe.
Casi, almost. Can you tell me what time Gran Estación Shopping Center? Pero eso es un solo lugar. Por lo tanto, la pregunta normal, o sea, normalmente sería, what time does Gran Estación open? Cuando lo paso en directo, can you tell me what time Gran Estación opens? Third person, ¿no? Because Gran Estación es it. So that's why. Muy bien. ¿Listo? So, bueno, ok, good, very good. It opens at 7 a.m. Ya me contaron que abre a las 7. Listo, perfecto. Right? Ahora, guys, their problem, it was that I don't know where the store is. No tengo ni idea dónde queda esa tienda.
I would like to know where the 202 store is.
Yes,
Maybe.
perfecto. Yes, very good. So I would like to know where the store 202 is. Muy bien, that's it. ¿Listo? Guys, hasta ahí, perfecto. Todas las preguntas que hemos hecho han sido con WH. ¿Dónde, cuándo, a qué horas, por qué, all of them, right? But in the last question, I need to know only a confirmation. Lo único que tengo que saber es una confirmación. Si está o no está Mrs. Díaz, right? Si es una pregunta de yes or no, ¿cierto? Normalmente sería, ¿Is Mrs. Díaz here? La pregunta normalmente sería esa, ¿cierto? Si la pregunta no tiene WH, ¿no? I am going to change the WH for the expression if. Ready? So the if is going to find the position of the WH. How can you ask to the person, oye, ¿me podrías decir si la señorita Díaz está aquí? How can you make that question?
Could you tell me if Mr. Diaz, no sé.
There is.
Is here. Is here.
Muy bien, very good. Lo único es simplemente pasar el verb to be al frente del sujeto, recuerden. So, could you tell me
Ok,
if
simplemente.
Mrs. Díaz
Is here.
is here? Excelente. Este es Mrs. Recuerden que cuando tiene MR es solo Mr. Y este sí es Mrs. Mrs. Díaz is here. Ready? Good. Listo, muy bien, very good. Entonces, guys, excellent. The idea of this week is talking about the city, but the idea of the first class, it was talking about wishes about the city and also how can I make questions in the street of a new city? How can I ask questions about directions, about schedules, about time, ready? About places, about cost in a new city that I don't know. Hmm? For example, Lisa, do you live in Monteria?
Really no, teacher. I have vacation with my parents.
Ah, good, very good. Bueno, imagine,
Yeah.
but are you from Bogota or where are you from, dear?
No, I from Monteria, but I living in Canada.
Ah, you live in Canada. Good, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Exactly. So I suppose that when Lisette came for the first time to Canada, well, she was asking all these kind of questions, no? Can you tell me where the supermarket is?
Wow,
Which-
so complicated. It's big city. It's so different for my original city. And then after the going to the Canada, I live a little bit 5 or 7 years in Bogota, but
Mm,
in the north. in the north. I the student in the university, Universidad del Bosque. I don't remember Universidad
Yes.
del Bosque.
Mhm.
University. I don't know the tradition in
Oh,
English, but okay.
University del Bosque University. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, University of Bosque. Yeah.
Exactly, good. So in all of those situations, we are in a new city, so we are expected to make this kind of questions, right? Bueno, guys, so that was the idea of today's class. Questions, difficulties, anybody has anything that it's not clear? Any final questions?
The last question, teacher, where can I practice this topic?
Bueno, this topic is a little bit difficult to practice because, bueno, indirect questions sí las puedes encontrar fácilmente. Cuando preguntas indirect questions es fácil. Digamos, de practicar en Google, puedes encontrar muchos ejemplos, ¿ready? Entonces, if you go, let me show you, déjame te muestro. If you go here to, you could say indirect questions exercises, ready? And there are going to be a lot, esta página Perfect English Grammar, it's very nice for practicing. La mayoría de los ejercicios ahí se califican, entonces tú puedes como responderlos y ahí mismo te dice si están bien o están mal, ¿vale? Pero pues la idea es preguntar sobre indirect questions, exercises, para poder practicar esa parte de, pues digamos, de convertir una pregunta normal a una pregunta más polite. Es simplemente eso.
Thank you,
¿Listo?
teacher.
Ready? Vale, no problem. Bueno, guys, entonces, for the moment, remember that we have the second class on Friday, 8 p.m., okay? Entonces, see you on Friday at 8 and nothing. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Nos vemos el viernes.
Friday.
Friday at 8 p.m. ¿Listo?
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Guys, have a good night. Que duerman
Thanks.
bien.
Good
¿Vale?
night.
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Teacher, one question for you.
Yes, Tony.
I wish to improve my